Now, answering your questions about the law and legal issues. This is Legal Break with attorney Gary Bruce.
And I'm Maureen Akers. Welcome, Gary.
Good morning.
Yes.
Good to be here.
Yes, we are. And we have a question this week. Let's pull that up.
Imagine that.
Gary, can I still make a claim if the other driver fled the scene of the wreck?
Yeah, that's a good question. Another Google question. I'm surprised it wasn't higher up on our list because it happens, and then this is the kind of go, what do I do? You know, because the truth is, believe it or not, it happens a lot.
Does it?
Happens more than you think. People get out of the car at the scene if it's disabled and run.
Yeah.
I mean, I hear this all the time. Who does that?
I'm picturing this,
Well,
yeah.
it happens.
Yeah.
It happens all the time. It's
Wow.
horrible. You're sitting there.
Yeah.
You got hit. Sometimes it's a stolen car. Sometimes it's not. Sometimes it's somebody that's had too much to drink or whatever, and they don't want to be caught, or they borrow whatever.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
Okay.
all the reasons, and they disappear. And so, what do? So there's really two categories here.
Okay.
One is, do we know who it was? Sometimes you can figure that out, or sometimes they come back. You know, there's still conscience in some people in this world, but rarely in this situation. But it does happen. So if you know who it was, or you can identify them, or somebody at the scene was there, or maybe there's somebody in the car still who says who it was, then you can track them down. Sometimes they leave without running. I mean, you just hit and then go, and you have a license plate and you kind of know who it is. So the police track them down. So it happens, and that's the better situation because then you still have insurance coverage, frankly. So you want to get your car fixed. You want to get compensated for what's going on. And in that situation, there's also what's called punitive damages that come into play. There's a punishment factor in the civil courts, in addition to what they might have to do with the criminal courts. So that's one factor that's a little easier to deal with when you know who it is. The more troubling one is the guy who you don't know who it was.
Yeah.
And then if you have uninsured motorist coverage, and we've talked about this, buy it, please, then you can be covered with a lawsuit against John Doe. So you don't have to know who they are. You just say, look, somebody hit me. It's pretty obvious. We've got all the evidence. John Doe did it, and I have uninsured motorist coverage, and that should pay for my property damage and for injury claims and medical bills, all those things. So there is recovery available.
Okay.
Possibly.
Yes. Real quick, some common factors if this does happen to you.
Take action immediately. Let your insurance company know immediately. Just do something. Don't wait.
There you go. All right. Thank you,
Thanks.
Gary. We'll see you on the next Legal Break.